They arrested her as a fake SEAL, but the general saw her mark and everything froze. The handcuffs clicked too tightly around her wrists. The MPs didn't care. To them, she was just another impersonator, another wannabe in a borrowed uniform, another fraud trying to sneak into a restricted hangar. But Lieutenant Mara Hayes didn't flinch. Not when they shoved her against the concrete wall. Not even when one of them spat the words that had shattered hopeful souls before. "You're no SEAL. You're not even military. You're under arrest." For a moment, Mara didn't fight back. She just exhaled, slow, steady, trained. Because she had been here before, misunderstood, underestimated, unseen. But this time, she had promised herself she wouldn't fold. The hook. The mark no one was supposed to see. As they dragged her through the corridor of Fort Yarrow, the base staff paused, whispering. Some recognized her face from an old, blurry photo passed around in quiet circles. Others just saw a woman in cuffs. But none knew the truth. Not yet. The MPs pushed her through the doors of the briefing room. A tall man in dress uniform looked up, General Rowan Hale himself, the commander whose reputation alone could still a room. His eyes narrowed with irritation. "Another fake," he muttered. "I don't have time for this." The MP lifted her arm to show the forged ID, except her sleeve slid up. Just a little, just enough. The general froze. His breath hitched. His coffee cup slipped from his hand and shattered on the floor. Because there, inked just above her wrist, was the mark only one team in the world carried. A symbol never listed in any database. A symbol never spoken outside dark operations. A symbol belonging to Ghost Squadron, the covert SEAL team that officially did not exist. And one that only 4 people in the world were alive to carry. Rowan Hale knew, because he had formed that team himself. And Mara Hayes was supposed to have died with them. Chapter 1. The Woman from the Ashes. "Everyone out," General Hale ordered. The MPs hesitated. "I said out." The room emptied until only he and Mara remained. He stared at her, disbelief, grief, and something like fear flickering in his eyes. "Mara, is it really you?" She didn't respond. She didn't trust her voice not to break. "You died," he whispered. "Afghanistan. The bunker collapse. We recovered dog tags. We buried cenotaphs." Mara's eyes glistened. That's what they were supposed to believe. General Hale sat slowly, visibly shaken. "Explain." Now. She did. Not quickly, not easily. Ghost Squadron's final mission had been sabotaged, from inside their own intel chain. She had been separated from her team during the collapse, trapped underground for 3 days. When a recovery squad found her, she wasn't rescued. She was detained, interrogated, erased. Someone didn't want a witness. "They buried us alive," Mara said quietly. "All of us, and whoever did it, they're still inside the system." General Hale's fist clenched. "And you've been surviving off the grid for 4 years, he murmured. It wasn't a question. No support, no team, no name, no country, she added softly. He lowered his head. The guilt etched into his face was unmistakable. "Mara, if I had known." "You weren't supposed to know," she said. "Someone made sure of it." Chapter 2. The danger inside the room. Before they could speak further, the alarm blared. A base lockdown. A warning of unauthorized presence. Rowan Hale stood instantly. "They know you're here." Mara's heartbeat didn't spike. Her training wouldn't let it. "They've been hunting me for years," she said. "But I'm done running." General Hale took a risk he had every right to fear. He sided with a woman officially declared dead, a woman arrested hours earlier as a fake. And together, they moved through the base toward the command hub. But the threat reached them first. The ambush. The corridor went dark. Boots thundered. Shadows moved. Not MPs. Not base guards. A covert kill team, heavily armed, unmarked gear, coming straight for them. General Hale reached for his sidearm, but Mara was already moving. She slipped from her cuffs, picking them with nothing but a bent patch pin she'd stolen from an MP's pocket. She stepped forward, voice low, steady, dangerous. "General, stay behind me." And she fought, not with dramatic flips or movie-perfect kicks, but with lethal, surgical precision. Disarms, joint breaks, close-quarters strikes designed to end a fight before it began. Rowan watched in stunned silence as the woman he thought dead dismantled an elite kill squad in less than a minute. When the smoke cleared, she stood unharmed, chest rising only slightly. "Mara," he whispered, "whoever's after you, they're terrified." She didn't deny it. They should be. Chapter 3. The truth no one wanted to see. Inside the command hub, General Hale pulled up encrypted files only he had clearance for. Files he had once believed secure. But as he scrolled, his face paled. Someone had purposefully deleted every record of Ghost Squadron. Every mission, every existence, except one, a classified report marked internal threat. Mara leaned in, her breath caught, the signature on the operation that killed her team, the operation that buried her alive, belonged to a man they both knew. A mentor, a decorated hero, someone the military worshipped, Admiral Beckett Rourke. General Hale steadied himself on the table. He trained half the special forces, he said softly. He advises the Pentagon. He's untouchable. Mara's jaw clenched. Not anymore. Chapter 4. The Reckoning. The path to exposing the truth wasn't easy. Rourke had influence everywhere: intelligence, operations, government oversight boards. Men like that didn't fall easily. But Mara wasn't alone anymore. General Hale risked his career. Old allies resurfaced, analysts, former operatives, even a retired CIA watchdog. Piece by piece, they gathered evidence. Encrypted logs, black site transfer orders, financial trails. It became undeniable. Rourke hadn't just sabotaged her team. He had sold the mission intel to a foreign buyer, then buried the only operatives who knew. Mara's fists trembled as the truth assembled itself like broken bones snapping back into place. Her team hadn't died because of bad luck. They died because someone powerful needed them silent. Chapter 5. When the accused walks in. The confrontation took place in a secure hearing room at the Pentagon. Mara Hayes, once erased, now stood in full uniform, restored by direct order of General Hale. Admiral Rourke entered with arrogant calm. Until he saw her. Until he saw the mark. His face drained of color. "You're dead," he stammered. "No," she said softly. "I lived. And now everyone will know what you did." Rourke tried denial. He tried intimidation. He even tried invoking national security. But nothing could hide the evidence. Nothing could hide Mara's testimony. Nothing could hide the truth that had survived 4 years of darkness. When they put him in cuffs, he didn't look at the generals. He didn't look at the cameras. He looked only at her. "You were supposed to die," he hissed. Mara met his gaze calmly. "But I didn't." Final chapter. The message she left behind. Weeks later, Mara stood at the memorial of Ghost Squadron. Her teammates, names etched in stone, her own name still carved there too. She rested her hand on it. Not as a ghost, not as someone forgotten, but as the last survivor. General Hale approached quietly. "You know," he said, "we can remove your name from the memorial now." Mara shook her head. "Keep it. The woman who lived isn't the same one who died." He nodded, understanding far more than she said. "What now?" he asked. Mara looked toward the sunrise over Fort Yarrow. "I rebuild. I serve again. And this time, I won't be silent." Ending message for viewers. Her story wasn't about being erased. It wasn't about surviving betrayal. It wasn't even about exposing corruption. It was about identity, the kind forged in fire, loss, and relentless truth. The world tried to bury her. But warriors don't stay buried. They rise. They return. They reclaim their name.